Could you handle a week without electricity? How about a month? This is no hypothetical scenario. Long-term blackouts are a reality that can be triggered by a myriad of causes, including severe storms, earthquakes, or even cyber attacks. Imagine, if you will, your daily life stripped of all conveniences powered by electricity. No lights, no heating or cooling, no refrigeration, and certainly no internet. The impact on our lives would be profound, affecting everything from our food storage to our means of communication. But here's the good news. You can prepare for these scenarios. You can equip yourself with the requisite skills and tools to navigate through these periods of darkness. Preparation is more than just about survival. It's about maintaining a semblance of normalcy, about ensuring your safety and comfort even in the face of adversity. Preparation is key. So let's dive into how you can prepare for a long-term blackout. Electricity is a cornerstone of modern life, but what if it was suddenly gone? It's an unnerving thought, isn't it? But fear not, because there are plenty of power alternatives to keep your world illuminated and appliances running, even when the grid goes down. First off, let's talk solar. Solar generators are an excellent renewable energy source. They harness the power of the sun to generate electricity, and their only fuel requirement is sunlight. These generators can power essential appliances like refrigerators, keeping your food fresh and safe to eat. They're also a quieter and cleaner option compared to traditional fuel power generators. Next, we have wind turbines. If you live in a region with consistent wind flow, a small wind turbine can be a great addition to your power backup plan. These devices convert wind energy into usable electricity. Just keep in mind, they require open space and are dependent on weather conditions. Don't forget about hydropower. If you're lucky enough to have a running stream or river on your property, you can harness its energy using a micro hydropower system. It's a constant and reliable source of power, as long as the water keeps flowing. There's also the option of using a fuel-powered generator. These are widely available and can generate a significant amount of power. However, they require a steady supply of fuel, which might be hard to come by during a long-term blackout. And finally, consider having a stock of portable power banks for charging essential devices like mobile phones and radios. They're handy for keeping communication lines open and receiving critical updates. It's worth mentioning that all these alternatives require some level of preparation and investment. It's crucial to understand your power needs, consider the pros and cons of each option, and make an informed decision that suits your specific circumstances. Having a reliable power source can make a world of difference during a blackout. So, start planning today and be prepared to light up the never-ending night. In the next segment, we'll dive into water storage and purification. Stay tuned! Water is life, but during a blackout your normal water supply might be compromised. At the heart of survival is the ability to secure a safe and sustainable water supply. In a blackout scenario, having sufficient water for drinking, cooking, and hygiene becomes paramount. Let's start with water storage. The rule of thumb is to store at least 1 gallon of water per person per day, for a minimum of 3 days. But for long-term blackouts, aim for a 2-week supply. Store your water in food-grade water storage containers away from chemicals and temperature extremes. If you're using tap water, it's usually pre-treated and safe to store. But if you're sourcing from wells, springs, or other untreated sources, you'll need to purify before storage. Now, let's talk about purification. There are several methods to make sure your water is safe to consume. Boiling is one of the most reliable ways to purify water. Bring your water to a rolling boil for at least 1 minute to kill most types of pathogens. In higher altitudes, boil for 3 minutes. A second method is chemical treatment. Household bleach can be used to kill bacteria and viruses. Add 8 drops of unscented bleach per gallon of water, stir and let it stand for 30 minutes. The water should have a slight bleach odor. If it doesn't, repeat the dosage and let it stand for another 15 minutes. There are also portable water filters and purifiers available on the market. These are handy for filtering out contaminants and improving the taste of the water. Just make sure to choose one that filters at least 0.2 microns for maximum safety. Lastly, remember that purification removes only biological contaminants. If you suspect chemical contamination, seek professional help or use bottled water instead. In conclusion, securing a safe water supply is a fundamental step in preparing for a long-term blackout. With the right storage and purification methods, you can ensure that you and your family have access to clean, safe water, no matter the circumstances. Remember, safe and clean water is non-negotiable during a blackout. Food is another essential that can be affected during a long-term blackout. let's dive into how to keep your pantry stocked and your meals cooking, even without the convenience of electricity. First, it's important to stock up on non-perishable food items. These are foods that can last for months, sometimes years, without needing refrigeration. Think canned goods, dried fruits, nuts, grains, and even certain types of cheese. The key is to choose items that are nutritionally dense and require minimal preparation. But remember, variety is the spice of life, so diversify your food storage. It might be tempting to stock up on canned beans and rice, but over time, eating the same foods can get monotonous, which can impact morale. Next up is cooking. Without electricity, your traditional stove or microwave won't be much help. But fear not, there are plenty of alternative cooking methods. One option is a camping stove. These portable stoves run on propane or butane and can be used to cook meals just like you would on your home stove. Always remember to use these stoves in a well-ventilated area to avoid carbon monoxide poisoning. Solar ovens are another excellent choice. As the name suggests, these ovens harness the power of the sun to cook food. While they can be a bit slower than traditional cooking methods, they require no fuel, making them a sustainable option. And let's not forget the good old-fashioned open fire. A fire pit or grill can be used for cooking, provided you have a steady supply of wood or charcoal. Lastly, remember to practice safe food handling. Even in a blackout, it's essential to keep your hands and cooking utensils clean to prevent foodborne illnesses. Proper food storage and preparation can ensure you stay nourished during an extended power outage. With a bit of planning and the right tools, you'll be ready to cook up a storm, blackout or not. When the lights go out, finding your way around your home can be a challenge. But with the right tools, you can illuminate your surroundings and maintain safety. LED lanterns are a great option. They're energy efficient, durable, and can cast a wide beam to light up an entire room. Glow sticks, on the other hand, are a fantastic battery-free option. They can provide light for up to 12 hours and are perfect for marking trails or signaling for help. Rechargeable flashlights are another essential tool. These can be charged during the day using solar power and provide strong focused light for several hours. But remember, it's not just about having these lighting solutions, it's also about knowing where to place them for maximum efficiency. Hallways, staircases, and key living areas should be your priority. With the right lighting solutions, you won't be left in the dark. Maintaining a comfortable temperature is crucial, especially during winter blackouts. When power goes out, so does your heating system. But there are ways to keep warm. One of the primary strategies is through layered clothing. Wearing layers, especially those made of thermal wear, wool, or moisture-wicking fabrics, can help you maintain your body heat. It's like having your own personal heating system that doesn't require any electricity. But what about heating your home? That's where safe heat sources come into play. Fireplaces, wood stoves, or portable heaters are all good options. But remember, when you're burning fuel indoors, proper ventilation is key to avoid carbon monoxide poisoning. It's a silent killer that can creep up on you without warning, so make sure to have carbon monoxide detectors in place and keep them well maintained. Sometimes the cold isn't just coming from outside, it's also escaping from inside. That's where insulation hacks come in handy. You can seal windows and doors with insulation kits or DIY solutions to prevent heat loss. It's like putting a blanket around your home to keep the warmth in and the cold air out, and when it's time to sleep, you want to stay as warm as possible. Sleeping bags rated for cold temperatures are a great option. You can also layer blankets and use thermal mats for added warmth. It's all about creating a cozy nest to protect you from the chill of the night. But let's not forget about staying dry. Dampness can lead to discomfort and health problems. That's why moisture control within your home is essential. Moisture absorbers and good ventilation strategies can help keep your living space dry and comfortable. Staying warm and dry can keep you safe and healthy during a long-term blackout. Remember, when the lights go out, it's not just about surviving. It's about staying comfortable and maintaining your well-being until the power comes back on. As we've seen, preparing for a long-term blackout involves more than just stocking up on candles and canned food. It's a comprehensive process that requires careful thought and meticulous planning, from securing power alternatives to storing food and water, managing emergency lighting, and keeping warm and dry. Let's take a quick recap. We've explored renewable energy sources such as solar generators and wind turbines to keep your home running when the power grid fails. We've learned how to store and purify water for drinking, cooking, and hygiene. We've uncovered tips for stocking non-perishable food items and alternative cooking methods. We've discussed various lighting options and their strategic placement for maximum efficiency and safety. And we've underscored the importance of maintaining body temperature and dryness, with strategies like layered clothing, insulation hacks, and moisture control. But there's more. How about maintaining comfort and morale during these dark days? Consider preparing entertainment options that don't require electricity. Board games, books, and other non-electronic activities can make a significant difference in lifting spirits and keeping boredom at bay. And let's not forget about thermal regulation without heat. Layering clothing, utilizing thermal mats, and even sharing body heat can be effective strategies in maintaining warmth. The key takeaway here is this: equip yourself with the right knowledge and tools. The more prepared you are, the better your chances of turning a potentially disastrous blackout into a manageable inconvenience. And remember, preparation isn't just about survival, it's about maintaining a level of comfort and normalcy in an otherwise challenging situation. So are you ready to face the never-ending night? We hope this comprehensive guide has given you a solid foundation and sparked your curiosity to learn more. After all, knowledge is power, and in this case, it's the power to withstand a long-term blackout. Remember, being well prepared can turn a potentially disastrous long-term blackout into a manageable inconvenience. Subscribe for more essential survival tips and strategies.